It's time for the Glendale Devotional Podcast, a 5-minute weekday devotional ministry from Glendale Baptist Church in Glen, Mississippi. The speaker is John Haynes. Now, here is Brother John.
Well, good Tuesday afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us for the Glendale Devotional Podcast. We are featuring a message that was recently preached at the Glendale pulpit on September the 10th, 2023 for our annual church homecoming. The speaker was Brother Jack Bennet. Thank you for listening today.
This morning I want to share with you from the book of Psalms, and we're in Psalm 46 in verse 1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Now, if God is our shelter and He is our refuge, then we understand that that is someone that we go to. When there's a storm, we have a tendency to look for a place to go. If they tell us that there's a tornado bearing down on us, we look for a safe room. We look for a storm house. We look for a place of protection. It's a shelter. That's a refuge. That's a place to go when troubles and difficulties occur. God is our refuge. God is our shelter. God is our strength. God is all that we need in relationship to every problem and every difficulty that we face. He's first, and He is our shelter, our refuge, the one to whom we can run. In 1962, a tornado took away our home over in Tippah County, and the first thing that my father built before we ever built a house was a storm house, because we didn't have one when the tornado came. But shortly after that, we had one. And every cloud that came up for the next umpteen years, we ended up going to the storm house. It was a shelter. It was a refuge. It was a place that we could go when danger was occurring. And I found through all these years that the Lord is much better protection than that storm house. That He is with me every moment. I don't have to run to Him. He's already here. If you're a child of God, God's not out there somewhere looking for you. God is alive and living within you, right where you are, right there in that church pew. The Lord is with you. He is your shelter. He is your refuge. You can find in Him the protection and the provision that you need as you face any challenge whatsoever in your life. And the interesting thing about it is, He's never going to leave you. Jesus says, I will not leave you, nor will I forsake you. That means that no matter where you are, the shelter of God is with you. So the wonderful protection of God is always around you. The wonderful protection of God goes with you when you go down the highway, when you find yourself in a storm, when you find yourself in a doctor's office and he gives you that diagnosis that you didn't want to hear. The shelter is there. God is with you. And there comes that day, that appointed time that God has for each one of us when He's going to call us home. Now, I don't know when that is. As children of God, we are the most blessed of all the people on the face of this earth. And that's why we're called upon to share Jesus with those that don't know Him, so that they might find the shelter, that they might find the refuge, that they might find the blessing that can be only found in Jesus.
That's the reason we have the Glendale Devotional Podcast, is to tell you about the wonderful grace of Jesus Christ. Now, if you don't know Him, I encourage you to go to our website, gbcglen.com/know Him. Call on Him today. Don't forget, tomorrow, Brother Ron Plymel of Greater Grace Ministries and Horsemanship will be the speaker for Wrangling Wednesday. I do hope that you'll join him then. Have a good and godly day.
Thank you for listening each afternoon at 12:05 on Fun 91 for the Glendale Devotional Podcast, presented by Glendale Baptist Church. To learn more about Glendale Baptist Church, please visit their website, gbcglen.com. Their mailing address is P.O. Box 70, Glen, Mississippi 38846.